everyone, and welcome back to our channel.
Today, I want to share a special story with you. A story about a little boy named Riko and a very big shadow. It's a tale about something we all experience. Fear. But more importantly, it's about how we can find the courage hiding inside us.
Riko, like many kids, was not a fan of bedtime.
It wasn't the comfy pajamas or the soft pillow,
He minded. It was the dark.
As soon as the lights went out, his room would transform.
The familiar shapes of toys and furniture would melt into strange, looming figures.
Every little creak of the house, every rustle of leaves outside his window sounded like a monster getting ready to pounce.
Riko would pull his blanket up to his chin, his heart thumping like a drum, and squeeze his eyes shut, wishing for morning to come quickly.
One particular night, the moon cast a sliver of light through his curtains, painting a long, dancing shape on the wall opposite his bed.
It was a shadow, but not just any shadow. This one was huge.
It stretched from the floor all the way to the ceiling, its form shifting and swaying. It looked like a giant with long, gangly arms and a massive head.
Riko's breath caught in his throat.
He had never seen a shadow so terrifying. Without a second thought, he dove under his blanket, pulling it completely over his head.
He was now in his own little cave, safe from the giant on the wall.
He lay there, trembling, listening to the sound of his own frantic heartbeat. But then, something strange happened. From the quiet of the room, he heard a voice.
It wasn't loud or scary.
It was a small, gentle whisper, and it seemed to come from right beside him.
"Hey!" the voice said softly.
It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. Riko froze. Who was talking?
He was supposed to be alone.
He stayed perfectly still under the blanket, hoping it was just his imagination.
But the voice spoke again, a little clearer this time.
I know you're scared, but you don't have to be.
Slowly, cautiously, Riko peeked out from under his blanket.
The giant shadow was still there, looming on the wall.
As I watched, the shadow seemed to speak.
I'm just you,
It whispered.
I'm the part of you that's brave. The part you hide away when you're afraid. Riko blinked. The shadow was him, the brave part of him. It didn't make any sense. How could something so big and scary be a part of him?
He looked at his own small hands, then back at the towering figure on the wall. The voice continued, its tone warm and encouraging. Fear only seems big when you're hiding from it.
The moment you decide to face it, everything changes. Riko thought about those words. He was so tired of being scared every night. He was tired
Of hiding.
He wanted to be brave.
He wanted to see what would happen if he just stopped hiding.
Taking a deep, shaky breath that filled his lungs, he did something he never thought he would do.
He threw the blanket off and sat up in his bed, looking directly at the shadow.
His heart was still pounding, but this time it felt different.
It was the thrum of determination, not just terror.
And then the most amazing thing happened.
As Riko sat up taller, the giant shadow on the wall began to shrink.
It wasn't a giant anymore. Its long, scary arms became shorter, its massive head smaller.
The more he stared at it, the less frightening it became. He took another deep breath and swung his legs over the side of the bed, planting his feet firmly on the floor.
It stood up.
And as it did, the shadow shrank again, and again, until it was exactly his size. It was no longer a monster. It was just his own silhouette, standing there on the wall. A small smile touched Riko's lips. He lifted his arm, and the shadow lifted its arm.
He wiggled his fingers, and the shadow wiggled back. It wasn't a threat. It was a companion.
It was his dance partner in the moonlight.
Riko started to sway, and his shadow swayed with him. He did a little hop, and his shadow hopped too. Soon, he was giggling, dancing around his room with his friendly shadow, the fear completely forgotten. He had faced the giant, and in doing so, he discovered it was never a giant at all.
It was just a reflection of his own inner strength, waiting for him to be brave enough to step into the light.
The moral of Riko's story is so powerful. When you face your fears, they don't just disappear, they transform.
They become your strength, your courage, your own personal shadow dance partner. So whatever your shadow on the wall is, remember, Riko, take that deep breath, step out from under the blanket, and face it. You might just be surprised to find that your greatest fear was actually your greatest strength in disguise.
Thanks so much for listening to this story with me today. If it resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. Until next time, stay brave.